going to do a whip around. G'day, Bushie here. Now, let's talk about adult entertainment. Do you know what the one thing standing between me and financial success is? Morals. Morals are stupid. Like here I am busting my gut trying to bring you a genius new show. Meanwhile, there's birds out there on super yachts funded by taco shops. And who's getting the last laugh here? Because they're all driving around in Bugattis. Sure, I could take the high moral ground, but I'll be taking it in a Barina. But anyway, our next guest is controversial. Her name is Annie Knight. Now, some of you may have been locking up your barely legal teenage boys from her for some time, ever since she pulled that stunt in Schoolies with Bonnie Blue. But how did she end up here? What's going on in her head? Anything? Why is she doing this? Well, we're going to find out. But first, the burning question is, how the hell did she shag 583 men in 6 hours? Well, let's get to the bottom of it. I'm going bush deep. Coming up on Bush Deep.
I'm going to gobble you like a bin chicken in a dumpster.
And this is why she makes the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen. So you're doing this one?
Yes.
Are you doing this one?
Yep.
You're doing this one?
On the rogue end of things, I've had a guy want me to pretend to be his mother.
That's fucked up. Was he from Tassie? And Annie, most people know you from the Schoolies stunt as a cradle snatcher. And also as the bird who broke a bush banging a bunch of blokes. So how many was it? 583?
In 6 hours, yeah.
In 6 hours. So 6 hours is 360 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
360 minutes. And there's 583, so they don't even get a minute each.
No, yeah, it was like 30, 40 seconds each, I think.
30, 40 seconds
Yeah.
each. Now, can we have a bit of a game, like a bit of a role play game?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move my chair.
Okay.
All right, I'm Annie, okay?
Yes.
Now, first of all,
Yep.
so you're in a room.
Yep.
Now, do you like starfish? Like, are you just starfishing?
No. Oh, so I have to say that, do you know what a fluffer is?
Fluffer is someone who keeps the soldiers upright, ready for battle. Now, this is what I want to know. So
Yeah.
do you have security and a fluffer?
I had like 12 people there on the day.
Yeah.
Security, I tried to get a fluffer. She bailed on me last minute. So I had to be my own fluffer, which was the hardest part.
Are you kidding?
yeah.
So you're playing two roles?
Yeah.
Because in Comedy Land, when I do a show, I have an opening act, and I figured you'd have an opening act as well, which is the fluffer.
Yeah, that's
And they
exactly
warm
right.
them up
Yes.
because they need to be ready because they've only
Yes.
got 30 fucking seconds.
Exactly. So that's where we ran into some problems. But it ended up going pretty well. It just meant that I had to be surrounded by guys.
Yeah.
Whilst, you know, there was one guy inside me, and then it's like, okay, I'm getting other people ready with my hands and my mouth.
Wait, hang on. Let's work this out.
So yeah, I moved
you
around
have
a
a
lot.
pillow?
But we'll start on your back.
Okay, we're on our back. Yep.
You've got one guy here
Yeah, the
that
guy
you're looking
there.
after with one hand.
All right, is he ugly or is he kind of all right?
They've got ski masks on, so you don't really know.
I was going to ask you that because I was worried about looking at their face and just going, "Ugh."
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It made it kind of like anonymous because I couldn't see their face. So it was kind of like
Ski masks.
So yeah, like balaclavas.
Like they're robbing you.
Yes, but they were pink. I got pink ones, so
Pink
they weren't
ones?
scary.
So they kind of look like pink dingers.
Yes,
So
literally.
it was kind of funny for you.
It was, yeah.
But thank God you're not looking at their face. Okay, so they're anonymous.
Yes.
All right, so you're here.
Mhm.
Now you double parked?
Yes, one on
Okay.
each side.
Double parked.
And then
And-
you've got one,
But
like,
you got someone there
someone in between your legs that
Yep.
is actually doing the deed,
doing it, but only 30 seconds.
but only 30 seconds. And I've got someone on a timer.
Like
calling-
Laurie Lawrence. Do you remember Kieran Perkins' coach? Laurie Lawrence?
Where's the animal? Where's the animal?
Do you know who Kieran Perkins is?
No.
Fuck 'em all. Oh, we've lost the camera, look.
Oh.
Obviously I'm not fluffing hard enough. I need to fluff hard and keep him up. There we go. We good, Jake? We got ya? Okay, so you got someone with a stopwatch.
You've got my friend's on the stopwatch.
Yep.
He's timing each guy. When each
Yep.
guy's got done the 30 seconds, he's like, okay, next.
Next.
That
All
guy.
right.
So you've got two on each side. You've also using a mouse. So you're kind of like back and there's
Wait,
someone
you triple parked?
Yes.
Fuck me. So you're doing this one?
Yes.
Are you doing this one?
Yep.
You're doing this
this
one?
one.
And you got one doing it? It was at this moment that Annie's fiancé knew he'd found the woman he wanted to marry. Because not only was she flexible, but she could multitask too.
And then so when that one's done,
Yep.
he's out. This guy,
He's
if
yep.
he's ready to go,
Yeah.
he'll swap out. Go
He'll
in there.
jump in.
And then another
What
guy.
about this one?
That one will stay there. And then that someone else can come in here. And then basically it'll just be like rotating. Like everyone sort of rotates.
Oh my God, did you get RSI from that episode?
What's that?
Repetitive strain injury.
Oh, I was very sore.
Yeah.
Super
No, because
sore.
you went to hospital, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which
So-
was, it ended up, it was I have endometriosis, so it was endometriosis related.
Oh, okay. So did you get like damage swelling from the?
No, I'd been experiencing like non-stop bleeding for 5 months.
That's not good for what you do.
No, it was
No.
not good. It was hard.
Yes.
And then I weirdly stopped bleeding a week before the challenge, and then a few days after the challenge started bleeding again. So I went to the hospital just to make sure that there was nothing wrong.
Because it was all in the news.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It was like you were broken,
Oh, yes, everyone thought that I'd ripped everything.
but you were okay.
I was okay.
It's like a circus act. You should join Cirque du
And
Soleil.
then the worst part was when I had to flip over and be on my arms and do it like this way. 'Cause
Wait,
then
hang on. All right, so we're like this now.
And so you've got someone in behind you.
Yep.
You're on your sort of your elbows almost, and you've got one in each side. And
Oh,
then
so
one,
you're doing these ones?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And that I had the sorest arms the next day from like propping myself up the whole time.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm also feeling a strain in here
Yes,
as well.
my
like,
head got. I keep like trying to do these ones.
oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you said. But yeah, while I'm here, actually, because, I'd like to be better in the boudoir. So can you teach me some of the positions?
I mean, there's some pretty wild ones. I don't know what the names are.
Yeah.
But like I did one recently with Lily Phillips where we
Yeah.
both were upside down off the couch here with our legs in the air, and we were getting like drilled each by a guy.
Hang
So
on.
our heads like down here and our backs are like up against here with our legs up here.
Okay, so-
open.
wait, your legs are there.
Yes. And you're all sort of like upside
But
down.
you're upside down.
Yes. On the floor.
Oh, I can't go
You-
forward. I'll get vertigo. But yeah, and then where are they standing?
They're like above us in
Right.
here and like drilling down sort of.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
You've got to be very flexible.
Yeah, and have a lot of stamina.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there a particular position that kind of does the job?
Every guy's so different, but usually when a guy can't finish, the best thing to do is to go down on him and just like absolutely make it seem like you're having the best time ever and like you're loving
Okay,
it.
it's
Every
all about
second.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, enthusiasm. They want you, but like you're struggling a little bit too because
Yeah.
they like to see. They're like, oh yeah, that she's struggling because I'm so big,
Yeah, right. Okay, so girth, like really.
Yes, yeah,
That
yeah,
one.
yeah,
so
yeah.
they feel like they're big.
A lot of spit in there as well.
A lot of spit.
Yeah.
So that hot tour girl was onto something.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
So Annie, let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Melbourne.
So you had like a normal upbringing.
Yeah.
Did you go to religious school?
I did. I went to a Catholic school, all
Interesting.
girls,
Yes.
from prep to year 12.
So did you grow up with that like religious conditioning?
A little bit. I feel like it was forced down our throat to a certain degree, but it wasn't like everyone was religious.
But you didn't think you were going to hell?
No.
No.
And like, we didn't go to church every Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I feel like I went to a more religious school, to be honest. You have got a ladybug in your hair
Oh.
right now. Hang on, lean forward. See,
It's
this
good
is
luck,
good
isn't
luck.
it?
Who gets to make the wish? Hang on, maybe we can make a joint. Oh, there we go.
Is it safe?
It's gone. It's good. Is it safe? See, now look, Annie, when I said that I was going to interview you and I spoke to people, because you have quite a fierce reputation out there,
Yeah.
and then everyone I've spoken to who knows you, they're like, Annie, she's so nice.
Yeah, because I'm normal.
You're living a normal life. Like here we are at your joint right
Yep.
now by the Billabong.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
you're in an idyllic world,
Yep.
and yet you're living in this full-on world.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, what was the catalyst that made you move into OnlyFans?
I was working in a job in Melbourne as a marketing coordinator, and I was
Okay.
earning, and I loved the job, but I
Yep.
was working my ass off.
Yep.
And I was earning like $60,000 a year.
Oh, geez, that wouldn't pay a mortgage nowadays.
No, I was living at home and I could still barely afford to live.
Yep.
And I wanted to buy a house, and I I just wanted more for myself. And it just seemed like, what am I going to work the next, 40 years of my life slaving away for someone else to get rich off of me, essentially.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't want to do that. So then I sort of started OnlyFans as like a bit of a side hustle to begin with.
Now, can I ask you, when you started OnlyFans, because I've done OnlyFans before.
Oh, you have?
I did it as part of I was trying to run for Prime Minister and I needed to raise coin to try and unbugger the koalas.
Okay.
So I wanted to raise quick coin.
Okay.
And I thought the best way of doing that was on OnlyFans.
Yep.
So I actually set up a page.
How'd it go?
Really fucking well.
Really?
Yes, I made 25 grand in 10 days.
No way.
And I didn't even show a nipple.
Wow.
So I unbuggered the koalas. But how did you start it? Like, did you start softly, or did you just go full bush, like straight from the get-go?
I went in with the intention that I was going to do like lingerie and bikini stuff.
Yes.
I started that first.
Yes.
And like just wasn't making the money. Like I was making some money, but every single guy was like, I want to see more. I want to see more.
They want to see the pink bits, don't they?
Yeah.
They want pink.
And so it probably took a couple of weeks before I decided to do nude content.
And how did that, like, what went through your mind to go, yep, fuck it, I'm going to do it?
I think like just that I just have this like thought process of like, you only live once. And okay, it could be a mistake, but it's my mistake to make and it could pay off. Yep. And I think it's worth it and I'm ready to take that risk. So fuck it, I'm just going to do it.
How many subscribers do you have?
At the moment, I've got 15,000.
And how much do they pay for the privilege?
The subscription price is $14.99, but I often have like sales on and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. So, and that's US dollars?
Yeah.
So at the moment, that's like 22 bucks?
Yeah.
By what, how many? 15,000?
Yeah.
Can anyone do the math on that? It's a lot.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money, and that's per month.
Mm-hmm.
And plus you've got video paywalls inside as well.
Yeah, and customs and all that kind of thing.
And is that where you make most of the moolah?
A third of my monthly earnings comes from subscriptions and the rest is from like tips and messages and custom videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. So they'll say, like, hang on, I've got fluff in my mouth. Hang on. Fuck. I'm sure you've had worse.
Definitely.
Right, so customs, what sort of stuff do they ask you to do?
I mean, on the rogue end of things, I've had a guy want me to pretend to be his mother.
That's fucked up. Was he from Tassie?
I don't know.
There's also sexy talk, isn't there?
Yeah, which I hate, by the way.
Well, the fact that dude asked you to, pretend that you're his mother.
Yeah.
And that'd be like, hey, little boy,
Yeah.
have you brought home your physics data results yet? Like, it's not very sexy,
No,
is it?
it's not.
A bit fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I want to do some sexy talk with you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some of my lines.
Okay.
And I want you to try and make them sexy.
Okay.
This will be challenging. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll take our mics out.
Okay.
We'll do it ASMR style.
Okay, yep.
So we'll get really close. All right. These are some of Bushie's sexy moves. I want you to say this as sexy as possible. I'm going to gobble you like a bin chicken in a dumpster.
I'm going to gobble you like a bin chicken in a dumpster.
Fuck, she made that sexy. Fuck me. All right. I'll show you my cradle snatch.
I'll show you my cradle snatch.
And this is why she makes the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like it deep in the bush or in the outback?
Do you like it deep in the bush or in the outback?
Oh my God. I'm going to start getting the horn in a minute. Okay, here we go. My bush has seen a cockatoo.
My bush has seen a cockatoo.
Jeez. Want to have a dip with my platypussy?
Want to have a dip with my platypussy?
Oh my God. We can make some money out of that. Now I want to talk about your future. Do you have a plan? Like, when I reach this much amount of money, that's it? Or is it like, if Henry and I go and pop sprouts, that's it? Like, do you have an exit strategy?
I don't like to think of it as an exit strategy because I think that would mean that there's a reason why I have to exit, which I don't think there is. I think if you want to be in the industry forever, you can be, and that's totally fine. There's grandmas on the platform,
Yep.
But I just think, like, for me, it's created a platform for me to then be able to expand and do more stuff, like start my own podcast or start a brand, start a business.
Yeah,
I might,
okay, right.
you
Build
know.
on the brand. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping other girls in the industry become successful. So like a
Okay.
mentorship program or,
Yeah, okay.
you know. So there's
So-
a lot of stuff you can do. I think I'll always have OnlyFans, but it's more like diversifying in the future.
Yeah, I get you. Do you ever worry, like way down the track,
Mhm.
say you do have kids
Mhm.
and they get on the Googles, do you ever worry about that? Or do you think you'll have spoken to them openly and they'll be fine?
Yeah, we definitely want kids.
Yes.
And I think it's just about being honest and open
Yep.
with them at a certain age, and
Yep.
we'll have that conversation together. But I think I was raised to be non-judgmental, and I will raise my kids to be non-judgmental. And yeah, I just hope that they can understand that the reason why I did all of this
Yeah.
is for them. I want to create a future for them. I want them to go to the best schools. I want them to have everything as a kid,
Yep.
and have every opportunity.
And I mean, this is quite the setting to raise sproglets, I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. Okay, now these are the rapid fire questions. I ask everybody the same questions.
Okay.
Okay, Palmy or Palmer?
Palmer.
Excellent. Finally,
Love it.
I got one. It's the sisterhood.
Perfect.
Because all the dudes are saying Palmy.
No,
I'm like,
that's not right.
who are they?
Yeah.
okay, shag, marry, or date Chris, Liam, or Robert?
I would shag Liam,
Interesting.
marry Chris,
Well, he's made a fair bit of coin, yeah.
and date Robert.
You'd date Robert because
Mhm.
he'd be so nice to
Yeah,
you, wouldn't he?
so sweet.
Yeah, but Liam would be a good shag,
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
yeah, I
that's
reckon.
fair. And then you can live in a giant house with
Exactly.
Chris.
And he's a hunk, so it's.
He is a
yeah.
great hunk of spunk.
Mhm.
Yeah, he might be my hall pass.
Yeah.
Now, what's the capital of Australia?
Canberra.
Excellent. A lot of people hesitate.
Oh no.
Yep. What should be the capital of Australia?
Melbourne.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, I'm from Melbourne, so of course I'm going to say that.
I think it should be Dubbo.
Oh, nice.
Have you been to Dubbo?
I've never been to Dubbo.
Dubbo's best.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's got the zoo and it's got McDonald's at either end.
That's all you need.
It is. Now, can you sing the second verse of the national anthem?
No.
No, no, nobody has. In fact, Manu started singing Won't Sing Matilda.
Oh no.
What gives you the ick?
Okay, but this really specific ick of
Yep.
like picturing a guy naked. There's a hot bath and he like dips his toe in to test the water.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the ick.
that's the ick.
Yeah.
Being precious about hot water.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
grow up, get in there.
Excellent. That's very specific. I like that. What disease do koalas carry?
Chlamydia.
Well done. Who should be the mascot of the Brisbane 2032 Olympic Games? Should it be Robert, Chris, Margot, or Bush Barbie?
Bush Barbie.
Well answered, excellent. And what should the animal mascot be? Should it be a bin chicken or a drop bear?
Bin chicken 100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
How funny would that
That'd
be?
be so funny.
It'd be great.
Iconic.
And now, this is the big question, the deep question. Would you rather eat shit that tastes like lollies or lollies that taste like shit?
Lollies that taste like shit.
I agree.
Yeah. Because
And-
at least I know that they're lollies.
Yay, it's the knowing.
It's the knowing.
So many people say they'd rather eat shit that tastes like lollies.
No way. Because you
Like-
know you've eaten shit.
Exactly.
It's disgusting.
Then you got parasites and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff.
Ugh.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Annie Knight.
Thank you.
What an eye-opener it has been.